In this video, we are going to take a look at my updated 2022 House prediction as of today, May 6th of 2022. So American politics has been constantly changing, and the Supreme Court's draft opinion, which has been leaked, shows that the court would want to overturn Roe v. Wade, and let's see what kind of impact it will have on the midterms. So it's likely going to harm the Republicans more than the Democrats, as some Democrats may be more energized to turn out, and therefore the Democrats may do slightly better nationwide. So let's get started. Alabama, we don't really have much there. By the way, these maps that are filled in, they are the consensus data. We're going to be changing the results based on this. Alaska, I think that's fair. Arizona, I still would want to edit this. I'm going to go lean for the 4th district. Well, I'm going to go likely for the 2nd and 1st district, given that they are districts in which maybe the Democrats, they lost by a larger margin, or maybe Biden won by less of a margin. So looking at the political results here, if we look at Arizona, the redistricting has favored the Republicans. Looking at, for example, the new 2nd district, Biden lost the district by 8.4, so it only makes sense in such an environment that Democrats lose it by more. Look at the 1st district, Biden's actually leading that district. He won the district, but in the end, just given the national environment, come on. The 6th district has been basically 10 points more Republican, and I think based on that, the Democrats will end up losing that seat as well. So going to the next state, the state of Arkansas, we don't have much to talk about there. But California, we do. Now California, looking at this, the state of California, all of the districts basically that Biden won, that the Democrats have an incumbent in, the Democrats are basically up at least 10 points in those districts. So that should help the Democratic Party out. So they should be able to win basically all of their House seats. And yeah, so I'm going to maybe narrow down some of the margins here. You can see likely, I'm going to put that district as likely. I'm going to put this district here, Josh Harder, as lean. And I'm going to put the 13th of tilt. I think they're going to be more competitive. But in the end, the Democrats are just going to hold them. Now going to the 22nd and 27th district. The 22nd with the incumbent being David Valadao, who unseated the Democrat there by just like 1 percentage point. So I think the Republicans, given the national environment, will hold it. But really, it's going to be quite close. I'm going to still put it as probably a lean margin. While for the 27th district, similar thing there, except Mike Garcia has been serving his 2nd term. He unseated a Democrat there in 2018, and surprisingly held to a seat in 2020. But yeah, this race, Mike Garcia narrowly won. I think it's going to be a narrow race again. Going to the Los Angeles area. Look at this, I think there's not going to be much of a change, except I'm going to label this district right here, Michelle Steele, as a lean seat for her, and I'm going to make Mike Levin's seat a lean seat. Colorado, we don't have much here. I'm going to put the 7th district as lean, because the district is heavily turning Democrat, and just because of the Roe v. Wade probable decision. Again, if Roe v. Wade does not get overturned, I think it's going to help the Republicans more, and they're going to win a larger House majority. But regardless, they're just going to win the House majority. Come on. That's basically a fact at this point. Going to Connecticut, I don't have much to talk about in Connecticut. Delaware, nor in the state of Delaware. Florida, they recently passed their map. This map, again, very favoring towards the Republicans. Democrats get, I think, 8 seats. If I'm correct here, while Republicans get 20. This map will be challenged in the Florida Supreme Court, but it's very likely that the Democrats will end up losing that court case. And yeah, so going to the state of Florida, look at the partisan leads here. We have some of these districts that are still mildly competitive. Biden may have to do pretty well in those districts, but regardless, in such a Republican wave, I'm not going to be too really very skeptical of anyone really doing any of these Democrats that in likely or safe Republican territory end up holding on to their seats here. Georgia, I don't have much to talk about. The 2nd district, I'm still going to keep it as likely because I got a lot of hate on Discord for putting as lean. And yeah, I do get it. because the incumbent there won by 17 points. Even if the district gets 2 points more Republican, the Democrats are gonna end up, winning that district. Going to the state of Illinois I'm gonna put these seats here. The Democrats, they have gerrymandered the map so that in most elections, the Republicans will only end up winning 3 seats, while Democrats will keep the rest of those seats, which is 14. I do have, of course, the 17th district, given the electoral environment. I just think this race still goes to the Republican Party. Well, for the rest of these races, I'm going to leave them unchanged because I think, Roe v. Wade has showed that Roe v. Wade will hurt the Republicans a bit, so I'm not going to change any other races here. Indiana, I don't have much to talk about there. For the state of Iowa, the 3rd district, probably lean because, there's a Democratic incumbent, and I think Trump only won the district by a couple points, so I'm going to still put this as lean. Going to Kansas here, yeah, I think the Supreme Court overturned their map, so I'm going to have to wait on this one, alright? So, first state of Kentucky, we don't have much. Louisiana, we don't have much. Next state is Maine. Maine, we do have one competitive district being Jared Golden's district. I will put this as lean Republican because Trump won the district by 7 points. Looking at the state of Maryland, there is one competitive seat here, being David Throne's seat. Last time around, I had this going to the Republican Party. I'm not so sure this time around, though, because my gut feeling is that David Throne's still going to lose, but it is in a Biden plus 10 seat, so given that, I'm still going to give it to the Democrats, alright? I want to see the specific numbers before I actually make a judgment here, so going to the state of Maryland. Okay, so let's see Maryland. There's not much change here. Biden won the seat, I think, by 10. Yeah, it's 10 points exactly. That could go Republican very well, but I'm going to put it as going to the Democrats. Michigan, alright. First of all, Andy Levin in that open seat is going to lose, whoever the Democrats run. That seat will not be competitive. Now going to the 3rd district here, we do have Peter Major as the Republican, but Biden, I believe, won the seat by 7. Oh, alright, I'm just going to close that tab because I keep clicking on it. So, the state of Michigan. So, Michigan, yeah, Biden won the seat by actually 8.6, so that's going to make the seat a lot more competitive. I actually think the 14th will actually go down as likely. The 3rd, though, I'm still going to put it to the Republicans, just given the national environment. The 7th district, I think that Elisa Stotkin probably still loses, but yeah, I think the 8th district, Daniel Kinley, giving it a more Democratic environment, I think the seat will go Democrat. So going to the state of Minnesota here, there's really just one competitive district, Andrew Craig, and getting national environment, Andrew Craig is going to lose. Missouri here doesn't have a map. Mississippi, not going to be super important. Montana, not either. This 1st district could get interesting in a Democratic wave, but this is not a Democratic wave. Don Bacon, really good incumbent, not going to lose. Alright, Nevada, I would have the 3rd district, a toss-up district, go to the Republicans, and I would say, Tito's district, I still give it to the Democrats, and the 4th district. So this district is actually a flip from my previous projection, but given Roe v. Wade, I think this district will end up being slightly more Democratic and give the Democrats an edge there. So, in the state of New Jersey, the 7th district is not even going to be very close. The incumbent there is just not very good, and yeah, the Democrats are going to lose that seat. I think the 5th district going to be slightly closer. The 11th still going to be likely. New Mexico, this 3rd district, I remember putting it as tote, but really, I don't think that is a very accurate projection there. Going to New Mexico here, it is only Biden plus 10 though, so this district, it could get interesting, but yeah, I'm still going to play as lean anyway. For the 2nd district, I think Biden probably won the district. Yeah, it's Biden plus 5.7. but I'm still going to put as going to the Republicans because of the national environment. Going to the state of New York, the map got struck down, so great, New York. I'm going to cheer on you for striking down your very unproportional map. I don't really like gerrymandering, and New York struck down that map. I'm very grateful for that. Going to this map here, there's really two competitive districts, the 1st and the 13th. I think the 6th district will go to the Democrats by a lean margin, not a likely margin. The 1st district, I think, will be closer. Jacob Butterfield at first announced that he is not going to run for re-election as he thought he was going to lose, but in the new map, he's deciding that he's going to run anyway. The 13th district, I still have the Republicans winning, of course, because basically in any toss-up district, the Republicans have an edge there. Going to the state of Ohio here, there are 3 districts. The 9th district, the 13th district, and the 1st district. They're all toss-ups. The other districts are just not going to be close. Alright, so we can go to the state of Ohio. So let's see. Now for Ohio, the 10th district is actually close, but I just don't think the district is actually going to be actually competitive. Similar thing, the 15th, though, I will have to move the 10th district, given its competitive nature, down to likely. Looking at some of this, the 7th district is actually also competitive. The 13th district, the 9th district actually went red. The 1st district went blue. So I'm gonna, of course, give the 13th. Because it's an open seat, I do give the Republicans the edge there by a lean margin. The 9th district here, because Biden lost the district, of course the Republicans will have the edge there. But in the 1st district, Biden won the district by 9, so it's going to be a bit difficult for the Republican Party to actually win that seat. So, Steve Chabot, this one's going to be close, of course. Steve Chabot being the Republican incumbent, I think he's going to do very well as an incumbent, but it might just not be enough. In the end, I'll just go with my gut feeling. Republican district there. I'm just going to label it as that. Oregon. You know, last time I gave the the Republicans Oregon 6th district, many people were angry, and this time I'm actually going to switch it because Roe v. Wade, I think that thing alone does give enough power to switch this district back to tilt Democrat. And I think the 5th district is going to be lean Democrat instead of likely Democrat. I'm going to basically put it as that. First off, going to 17th district, Connor Lamb is running for Senate. So based on that, there's no incumbency advantage. Connor Lamb's seat is going to go Republican. The 8th district with Matthew Cartwright. This one's also going to be close, but I just think that really this district, went to Trump by several percentage points. So if that's in a Republican environment, of course, this district is going to go to the Republicans. So yeah, Matthew Cartwright is basically done for. Susan Wild is in a toss-up district. I believe Biden probably won that. Yeah, Biden won the district by 0.6, but if it's 0.6, it's probably not going to be enough for Democrats to hold that seat there. So that seat is going to be lean Republican. Going to Rhode Island, I'm not going to touch on that. South Carolina, nothing really there. South Dakota, are you kidding me? Tennessee. The 5th district, it has an incumbent, but given the national environment, I'm going to put it as safe. Texas, the only competitive seats are in the Rio Grande Valley. 2 of these, the 28th and the 15th. The 15th is probably going to go Republican, of course. It's an open seat in which I think Biden, I'm not actually sure if Biden won or not. Let's see. Won the district or not? Let's see. Alright, so go down to Texas. I think Biden probably won the district by a point or so. Oh, Trump actually won that district by 3. Alright, based on my top of my head, I am wrong. Many times. So, yeah, if Trump won the district by 3, I have no doubt the Republicans are going to win that seat. The 20th district, I'm assuming Biden did win by 2 or 3 points. Well, he actually won by 7. So, on the incumbent there, I'm not sure if you remember the Republican primary, but the incumbent there was not able to get 50% of the vote. So this race will go Henry Cuellar was not able to get 50% of the vote. His home was raided by the FBI. The other candidate, Jessica Cisneros. I mean, she's just a progressive, and progressives, typically speaking, don't do well with many Hispanic voters. So either way, I do think the Republicans will not narrowly flip that seat. Utah, I'm not going to touch on. Vermont, nope. Virginia, I just don't know why they put Jennifer Wexton's seat as safe. Biden did do pretty well in that seat. Let's just see here. Virginia, I know Biden did very well in the seat, but I don't think even Biden won the seat by 15. Biden did win the seat by 18.5. That being said, in this kind of natural environment, I just don't think the Democrats are going to do that well in that seat here. So the 7th district, I'm going to give it to the Republicans. Honestly speaking, I just don't think Abigail Spanberger has the year for her. She has a lot of advantages. Biden won the seat, I think, by 7 to 8 points. He won it by 7. So in a neutral year, she's going to win, but in this environment, she's going to lose. The 2nd district, I'm pretty sure Biden narrowly won the seat. Yeah, Biden only won the seat by 3. So given the natural environment, I'm just not going to label it as Republican. Democrat, I'm going to label it as going to the Republican Party. The 8th district in Washington, I believe it's a toss-up district on 538. But I'm not sure if Biden, I think Biden would have won the seat by maybe 2-3 points in this race. Biden won the seat by 6.9. I should have known that, but really, regardless, I think the Republicans still have the advantage, not by as much though, given the Roe v. Wade likely decision there. Going to Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, the 3rd district, Ron Kind, but he's not running for re-election. I think it's good. It could get likely, but I'm gonna just put it as lean, like the consensus here. So for the United States, the Republicans have 220 seats. They will gain the majority. They will likely get 3 to 4 in seats in Kansas. They'll get 9 in Missouri. They'll get a couple in New York, and they're gonna get maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe none in the state of New Hampshire. So the Republicans should be getting 240 seats. The Democrats, they're probably going to get the rest. So 195. That's pretty much my Senate projection, guys. So thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out more videos if you would like. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.